What is up, guys? Private Eye Rush here. Welcome to another episode of the Private Eye Rush Show. This is going to be a reaction video with a little bit of education at the end of it. So, first and foremost, I am your host, owner, operator, full-service private investigation and consulting firm. If you need my help, everything will be linked in the description below. Corporate theft investigations. As a matter of fact, I have a corporate theft investigation story coming up in the next couple of days. Stay plugged in. Some really good things coming down the pike. I have been slowed down a little bit because there has been a very sharp increase in executive protection work, and so I've been getting a lot of calls for service and sort of for consultation as well too. So things had to be pushed back a little bit. The release of the book had to be pushed back a little bit, but stay tuned. You guys are going to like it. It's going to be of great value to you. So what are we looking at today? This gentleman arrested in foreign lands, facing a whole bunch of trouble. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Play the video and then we'll discuss it. Fair use.
This is Jared Shaw from Dallas calling for help as he is being arrested in Indonesia. His face.
Okay, first and foremost, who exactly is going to help you? You're being arrested. Have some dignity, but also too, don't exacerbate your charges by trying to resist arrest. Sort things out later on, but let's hear again. Sorry, fair use.
Blurred by the police taking the video. The 6'10" Carter High School and then Utah State player went undrafted in 2014, but found success overseas, most recently in the Indonesian Basketball League, until his arrest in Tangerang, Indonesia, just outside Jakarta. Police there paraded him in front of the local media, made him climb onto a press conference stage and stand with his back to the audience while they detailed the charges against him. Police say they intercepted a package sent to him by a woman in Thailand. Delta 9 THC candies and gummies worth about $400 that they allege he planned to sell and share with other players. Strictly illegal in Indonesia, possession alone could mean a minimum sentence of 1 year or as much as life in prison. Shaw's family still lives near Carter High School. We reached them today at their home. They did not want to go on camera, but his younger brother told us they are still trying to get more information on his arrest and have been allowed to speak with him by phone. His predicament, however, is similar to that of Texas native Brittany Griner, the WNBA star arrested in Russia in 2022 for carrying medically prescribed hash oil in her luggage, held for 9 months in a Russian prison until she was exchanged for a Russian arms dealer.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. First of all, shout out to him and his family. Look, the laws here in the United States of America are valid here only. And so when you're traveling, when you're going overseas, you have to study and understand the laws of the land where you're going. You have to respect them. You have to respect people's culture. You don't have to, but you can also suffer the consequences. Now, do I think this guy was selling them to make extra money? Who knows? I find it doubtful because, that's probably not much money he's going to get for that. But apparently he's got Crohn's disease and he uses these edibles to kind of treat his Crohn's disease. Okay, fine. Find a legal and lawful way to use them over there without getting yourself in trouble. So here you get caught with, say, even before before the last 10 years when legalization became a very, very big issue, you got caught with marijuana here. It was a slap on the wrist. I remember when I lived in Los Angeles, a buddy of mine got caught smoking a joint, walking down Hollywood Boulevard, which was, not a very good. Literally, it was a ticket in Los Angeles. A ticket. That's it. It was like a really, really low grade misdemeanor. There are countries where just possession, like I've been to Cuba a few times, possession just of marijuana, 10-year sentence. If you have the cocoa type of variety of powdery stuff, you're looking at 25 years. Harder drugs, you could be looking at a death sentence, and you do not want to go to a Cuban prison. Trust me. So before you travel overseas, it's in your best interest to look up what the laws are. No, I don't travel with any prescription drugs. I never travel with prescription drugs if I go anywhere. I don't really have any prescription drugs, but I even know like some of the over-counter stuff you have to look up. So right now I've been dealing with a lot of allergy stuff. Changed my air filters, did a bunch of other stuff, changed the way I've eaten. It's gotten a little bit better. I don't like taking drugs for things. I like to keep my body clean as far as what I eat and consuming, and I just don't like a lot of these drugs. 'Cause, 20 years later, they're like, oh yeah, if you took this allergy pill, your left testicle is going to turn into a mini grenade and go off at any moment. Who knows? So I always look up, okay, if I have this allergy medicine and I'm going to take it somewhere, is it going to get me in trouble wherever I might be going? And I mean, everywhere you're stopping, because your luggage is stopping there as well, too. Your luggage is getting screened and that sort of thing. So, what is this young man looking at? He could be looking at a life sentence, or he could be looking at the death penalty. Some of these countries take their laws, well, not some, these countries take their laws very seriously, but also, too, as an American traveling, you will be held up as an example. Trust me. And so if you're traveling somewhere and you think, okay, I'm not doing anything wrong, or I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, and the laws in the United States of America are this way, I should be able to do what I want. Does not work that way. Has never worked that way. Stop thinking that. If anybody told you that, they're being they're being dishonest with you, right? So one of the best places to look up is the State Department. Go on the State Department. They have travel alerts, travel warnings. They'll even give you warnings about, hey, look, there's a bunch of political unrest going on in this country, or Americans might be targeted in this particular area. That's why when I travel, I tell people I'm Jamaican. My family's Jamaican. Nobody hates Jamaica, except maybe Trinidad. That's just because clearly Jamaica is better than Trinidad, and they don't like it. But outside of that, nobody really hates Jamaica. Shout out to my Trini friends. That's why I said that. I got a bunch of Trinidadian friends who are going to be seething right now and grinding their teeth. Anyway, so be careful what you're doing. Be careful about what you're doing, where you're going. You have to understand where you're going and what the culture is, but more importantly, make sure you are in compliance with those laws. The United States of America, the embassy has some sway in certain places, in other places it doesn't. There are no more arms dealers to trade for this guy. I think we got a bad deal. We could have got a lot more people for the great Victor Bout. He is one of the world's most prolific arms dealers. Before him, the big name was a guy named Adnan Khashoggi, Middle Eastern guy. He was pushing so many weapons it wasn't even funny. But there are no more Victor Bouts to trade for this young man. So is he in trouble? Yeah, he could be in a ton of trouble. Will the Trump administration reach out and try to help get this guy out of trouble? Don't know. People were more incensed more motivated to kind of help Brittany Griner get out because whatever reason. I don't know why, but because she's WNBA, and they thought she was just as important as one of the world's most infamous arms dealers. I think we could have gotten a lot more people. Yeah, sure, get her out, but get more than just a one-for-one trade. Russia got the better of that one, but know where you're going, understand the culture, look things up on the State Department website. Also, look for travel alerts. Even visit an embassy if you need to. Say, hey, I'm going to travel to your country, or call them up even, or send them an email. I'm going to travel to your country. This is what I take for a prescription. Where can I find out if this is legal, if this is going to cause me trouble? Simple as that. Having that stuff mailed over to him, I suspect he knew that this was against the law, but people think they can just get stuff through the mail, and it looked like it was pretty clearly marked. So I don't know. This guy's not a criminal mastermind. I don't think he really meant anything bad, but I think he just thought he could slip this underneath the radar or beneath the radar and get away with it. It didn't work out that way. All right. So anyway, it's your boy Russ. I'm shooting this video on Halloween morning. What time is it? It's like quarter to 3 a.m. I just woke up a little bit ago. Started pushing my fitness into high gear. Woke up yesterday morning at 3. Went did like a what do they call it? Interval training thing. Where I've been skipping rope, but I haven't really been running. I've been sprinting, but I haven't really been jogging. And so I did kind of the circuit I do, which is sprint, skip rope, sprint, skip rope, sprint, skip rope. I did that for about a mile. And the sprints are not long, between 50 and 100 yards. Then on the way back, I just jogged. It was about a 2 mile jog on the way back, well, about a mile and a half jog on the way back. The first half mile was difficult because I hadn't run for a while, and I've got a pretty long stride. And but after that, settled down and got into a good breathing rhythm. That's one good thing that well, look, I used to run track. I was a sprinter and I did cross country. Played a bunch of different sports, but one of the things I used to do in the military when I was in was, you had your dog tags on, and they would jingle as you were striding, and I would use my dog tags almost like a metronome and get myself in a rhythm, and that helps a whole bunch. Anyway, so my goal is to increase my cardiovascular fitness. After I get done shooting these videos, I'm going to be doing my farmer's carries and my kettlebell swings, and then later on tonight I'll be doing my weightlifting. Because I got to maintain the structure. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think we're close to 1,300 subscribers. I'm trying to do different things with the thumbnails and the. I think I'm falling short when it comes to the tags. So if anybody has any advice about where to go to where to look for tags, I actually paid for a service. I think I'm using vidIQ, but it's not really working that well. So anyway, it's your boy Russ. Like, subscribe, share. Join the Discord server. I'm going to start posting there probably tomorrow, posting some topics, different questions, things of that nature. Food for thought, a lot of food for thought. If I have papers, I'm going to actually be posting some of the papers I've posted on X, things I've written. I like writing. I haven't been doing a bunch lately just because I've been so busy. But I find I have kind of a talent for writing some fiction, some nonfiction, instructional things. And so I'm going to start transporting some of those over to the Discord server. So stay plugged in and share and get in the comment section as well, too. I try to respond or reply to every single comment. Sometimes I fall short, but I do try. Sometimes it's a little bit late. But you have to understand I'm not a full-time social media poster. I'm a full-time business owner. Who's trying to post more and more on social media just because there's a lot I have to share, and I think I can help a lot of people. And so I'd like to grow this community. So help me grow the community. And thank you for everybody so much who has liked, subscribed, shared, and comments. Keep it up, and so we can maintain the growth, guys. Anyway, I will talk to you guys in the next one. It's your boy Private Eye Russ. I am out.